Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School, Taif. Dear student, as you know that this is Pakistan International School, Taif virtual class for class 10 students, subject computer science, and today is our 29th lecture. Teacher name Imran Ahmed. Dear students, as you know that in the previous lecture, we were discussing about the short question of the chapter number 5. First question was differentiate between for loop and while loop. In the for loop, we use the three statements. For is called the count control. Watch here. The general form, initialization, test condition, increment or decrement. This is the general form. General form means how can we use for loop in our program. After that, we have discussed the while loop, although already we have discussed the for loop and while loop in very detail in the long questions. While loop is called the event control when we don't know the iterations of a body of the loop in advance, so we will use the while loop. The general form for the while loop is only the condition inside the parenthesis is used. No initialization, no increment or decrement inside the parenthesis we can use. Next question was differentiate between while loop and do while loop. So difference between the while loop and do while loop we have already discussed. Next question. What will be the output of the following code? This code is given and you will have to tell the what will be the output. So many programs are present in the paper, so you must know that what will be the output. Now integer k is of type integer variable. K is equal to 1. The first value of k is 1 and the last value of k is 5. And k plus plus, it means that first value will be 1, then 2, then 3, up to so on, up to 5. Printf backslash n. Watch here. Now in the printf statement, you must check all the possible statements. This is used for the single line. Now this single line is depend on this loop. Why the single line? Why this line is not depend on the loop? Because if I make the block, now this is the single line. If I don't use the block and I will use the block over here, now these two lines, these two statements are depend on the for loop. Because in the book or in the question there is no block is given, so only the single statement, this printf is depend under after the for loop, this statement is depend on the loop. So output should be look like this. Watch here. First the new line, when you will execute a new line at the start will be displayed, will be appeared, and this message will be appeared, I am a student. This is the first time. Now this condition is true, control will be comes to k plus plus, its value will be 2. 2 is less than 5, then again new line will be start and I am student. Watch here, I am a student, this message will be appeared. So this message, I am a student, will be appeared how many times? 5 times. Why 5 times? Because the last value of k is 5. So the last value of k is 5. When the value of k becomes 6, 6 is less than or equal to 5. So this condition becomes false. When this condition becomes false, control will be automatically transferred after the loop. So after the loop, this statement is present, goodbye. So message goodbye is present only one time. So this is the output of the following program. Next message, next is again, what will be the output of the following code? Integer n is the integer variable. Now first value of n is 30 and the last value of n is 10. It means that their decrement is used. So n is equal to 30, n is greater than or equal to 10, n is equal to n minus 5. Printf backslash n percentage d n. So the value of n is, first one is 30. So 30 will be displayed on the screen. Again, n is equal to n minus 5 means if the first value is 30, so 30 minus 5, 25 obviously. So 25 is greater than or equal to 10. So condition is true. So again, new line will be start and 25 will be displayed. So this process will be continued again and again until the value of n becomes 10. Now 10 is greater than or equal to 10, condition is true over here. So 10 will be displayed on the screen on the new line like this one. Now when the value of 5 becomes 5, value of n becomes 5, because 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. 5 is greater than or equal to 10. This condition becomes false. So this will not be executed. So this output will be appeared 30, 25, 20, 15 and 10. So this message will be appeared. So this is the output of the following code. Now again, find the error in the following code. Find the error in the following code. So the code is given and we are going to find out the errors where the errors are present. First one, integer k and a. A having value 3, there is no semicolon after the a. So we will write the answer at the right side. You can check this one. At the I show the errors at the end of the statement and with the red line, with the red color. A is equal to 3, this one is true, this one is no any error in this line. K is equal to 1, again there is no error. Now while k is less than 10, so over here it is true, it is agree, this statement is not having no error, but at the end of while loop they use the semicolon. So semicolon is not used at the end of while loop. So this one is there. Watch here, they use the square brackets. Square bracket is not allowed in the while loop. For the opening of while loop, we use which one? We use the curly brackets or the braces, you can call this one. Now in the printf statement, you can check the whether there was an error or not. Printf double quotes, so backslash n percentage f backslash t percentage f k is equal to k multiplied by a minus 1. So k value. So we are not going to find out the k value, although it is true, but k is an integer variable. So you must use the percentage d over here. K is equal to k plus 2 and closing is also with the square bracket. Now watch here, the same program we use. Where was the error? At the end of this line, semicolon is placed. This line is correct. This line is correct. Watch here. While k is less than 10, semicolon not allowed. Semicolon not allowed. Now watch here. Opening of the parenthesis, opening of the braces or curly brackets in the while loop instead of square brackets. So printf, instead of k and a both are the integer variable, so we use the percentage d instead of percentage f. So percentage d, again k is equal to k multiplied by a1. Over here there was no error. K is equal to k plus 2 and the closing is with the same curly brackets. So this one is the correction of the program segment, not a complete program. Why not complete program? Because there is no main function, no header files. They just say the find the error in the following code. So code is given and we are finding the errors. So errors were over here. So you can write this one error in the and make the correct program as well. This one is your answer. Next, convert the following for loop into while loop. Now check here. I told you you can use the for loop as the while loop or while loop as a for loop. Now over here, they give us the code with the help of for loop. Now integer k is less, k is equal, integer k for k is equal to 25. Keep in mind, in the for loop, we have used the three statements: initialization, condition, increment. Now, I will not use the code. Just I want to convert this code into the while loop. How can we convert? So printf. So it doesn't matter what is written in the printf statement or what is written in the for loop, but you will need to convert the following code into the while loop. So if you know the syntax of the while loop, so you can convert them easily. Integer k. So same line we use or we repeat over here in the k. K is equal to 25. Why? This one I use before the for loop. Why? Because while loop, in the while loop only condition is used. In the while loop only condition is used. So we use the initialization before the while loop. This statement before the while loop. Now inside the while loop I use the same condition. K is greater than 0. K is greater than, so condition is true. Now opening of the while loop, this is the syntax of the while loop. Printf, whatever the written is, backslash n %ad and k, this one statement. Now where this statement is used after that block, because in the for loop first initialization take place, then the condition, if the condition becomes true, control will be transferred to over here. So initialization is before the start, because initialization take place only one time when the first time loop will be executed. After that these two statement will be executed. So over here printf, this message, this same statement is written over here, and k is equal to k minus 3 after that statement. Why after that statement? Because when this statement will be executed, so control will be transferred after the execution of this statement over here at the k is equal to k minus 3. So this one is the conversion of for loop into while loop. So in the paper it could be possible that the while loop is present and demand will be this. So convert the while into for loop. So this one is the conversion of for into the while loop. So you must convert the for while into do while into while into for into while, or for into do while. So any possible solution is there. Over here, the short questions are complete. Now we will comes to the lab activities. First program is write a program to print the sum of even numbers from 1 to 50. So you must know the what are the even numbers. So even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8 up to so on. Now what are the even number 2? In which basis I am saying that 2, 4, 6? Those numbers which are fully divisible. Those number which are fully divisible by 2, they are known as the even number. So over here we will explain. Hash includes t2.h, connew.h, void main. We use over here integer I is equal to sum, and sum initialized with the 0. Clear screen, print the sum of the even number. Yes. So first value of I is 0, and the last value of I becomes 50. So I plus equal to 2. Now the increment of 2. Watch here, if the first value, this is the 1. Okay. First value of I is 0. So first time it will be increase this statement, sum is equal to sum plus I. Now when it will increase the 0 plus 2, so now the value of I becomes 2, and 2 is less than 50. Condition is true, control comes to over here again. Then it will count the sum. Then the next time it will increase, it will be 4, and 4 plus 2 will be 6, and 6 plus next value should be 6, 12. After that it will be increasing again and again, and until it reach the final value of the sum. So it will give me the total sum of the all even numbers from 1 to 50. So even numbers are 2, 4, 6 up to 50. They are the even number and they will give me the sum. This program will give me the sum. Now I will display the value of sum. The value of sum backslash n sum of even number is percentage d. The last value which will be stored in the sum and it will be displayed. So this message will be appear. Sum of the even number is equal to, I don't know what will be, because this is the just the process I show you. You can check it what will be the output. So you will write over here. Next program is very easy. Watch here. They give us the sequence of 5, 10, 15, 20. They give us the sequence or with the increment. If the first value is 5, then the increment of again 5, then again 5. So increment of the 5. First value, check the first value is 5 and the last value is 50. So we will use the same and we will display the same sequence of series. With the help of for loop, I can use it very easily, but you can also do this one with the help of while or do while. Hash includes stereo.h, hash include conio.h, integer, void main, integer I is the variable, loop variable, clear screen. Watch here, the first value of I is 5. I is less, last value of I is 50. I is less than or equal, I plus equal to 5. Why I did the 5? Increment of 5. Why? Because if the first value is 5 and it will increase, the second value if the with the help of increment of 5, so it becomes 10. So again it will increase 5 values after the 10, so 15. Now I will display the value of I. If the value of I is 5, first time it will be displayed, then value of 5 will be increased, I plus equal to 5. So 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. 10 is less than 50. Condition is true. Control against comes to over here. So it will show me the result 10. Then again control comes to the increment of 5. 10 plus 5, 15. So this process will be continue on and on until the last value of I becomes a 50. So when I value increase with 55, so 55 is less than or equal to 50, condition becomes false over here and control will be transferred to the get ch and the ending of the main function. Main function is end over here. Next program is write a program to print the sum of square of all numbers from 1 to 10 using a loop. Any loop you can use, they don't restrict us. You can use while loop, you can use for loop, you can use do while loop. So we will use, but the sum of the series is like this one. 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. What will be the result? So we will find the sum. Watch here. How to solve this problem? I will use a special function over here, special built-in function, math function. So I will tell you which function I use. Hash include stereo.h, hash include conio.h, hash include maths.h, void main. So integer I and sum is equal to 0. The value of initial value, I say there is no sum counted, but at the end we will count the series. Clear screen for I is equal to 1. Watch here, the first value of 1 and the last value is 10. And I will take the square of each value of the loop. So over here, I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 10, I plus plus opening of the main function, sum is equal to sum plus power. Now this is the built-in function. This is the built-in function POW. For this purpose, I use a special library or special header file preprocessor directive math.h. So this math dot the definition of math dot definition of power function is included in math.h. So its general syntax I, the value of I is equal to 1 and 1 power 2 is also a 1. 1 power 2 is also 1. So again control will be comes to over here. Then the value of I is to 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 4. Then it will be counted with over here. Then again value of I is equal to 3. 3 power 2, 3 power 2. So it will count it and calculate. Now this process will be continue again and again until the last value 10 10 power 2, so it will becomes the 100, and the sum will be count all the previous numbers. So last value will be stored over here in this one. Now I will display the this variable value in the output printf backslash n sum of series is equal to percentage d and the sum. So this message will be appear which value will be stored in the last time over here. It will show you in the output. So this is the square of the number. So program was write a program to print the sum of the square of all number from 1 to 100 using a loop. So over here we use the for loop. So you can convert the same program with the help of, you can make the program with the same with the while loop. Next one, write a program that prints all uppercase letter in reverse order on a single line using a loop. Any loop you can use, but over here, so reverse order. First value will be, we have already solved when I was explaining the while loop, we have already solved, but that was the forward. Forward means first value was A, B, C. Now this one is the reverse. First value Z, Y up to so on. Hash include stereo.h, hash include connu.h, void main integer and clear screen. Now the first value will be the 90. I told you about the ASCII code of the Z is 90, and 90 is greater than the first value is 65. The ASCII code of A is 65. So 90 is greater than 65, condition is true. So control will be transferred to overhead printf percentage %c. Now watch here, we use a percentage %c format specifier for the n. The value of n is 90. At the 90, which character is placed? So it will show me the Z is placed at the 90 character. So I can say that the ASCII code of capital Z, keep in mind capital Z, not a small z having the change in the ASCII code. The ASCII code of capital Z is 90. So the ASCII code of Y should be 89. So n minus minus. Now, if the first value of n is 90, the next value should be, if the n minus minus is over here, so it will give me the 89. 89 is greater than or equal to 65. Condition is again true. Control comes to over here and it will show me the character at the place ASCII code of the 89, and it will be present at the Y. Now this process will be continue again and again until the value of n becomes a 65. So 65 is greater than or equal to 65, condition is true over here. So it will show me the last value A over here. So last value. Now when the n value decreases with the 64, why it will decrease? Because n minus minus is process is running. So 64 is greater than or equal to 5. This condition becomes false. Now when this condition becomes false, control will be transferred to the get ch, and it will be the end of the program. So I hope you understand. This is very easy process, but it will take your practice time. Make a practice. When you have the practice of this program, you can solve any kind of program very easily. First of all, so you must know the purpose of the statement. What is the purpose of the statement and proper use of that statement in the program? So if the if condition is required, so if else or if whatever it is depend on the programming situation. If the sum series is there, then the loop is used for this purpose. So I hope you understand all of these questions. Must practice in the IDE again and again, and face the error by yourself and try to remove those error by yourself. Try to remove those errors by yourself. With the help of error facing, you can understand the purpose of the statement very easily. Inshallah, tomorrow we will discuss the further topics. Till take care of yourself. Pray for me. Pray for all Muslims. Allah Hafiz.